Hey, what's up, Tyler? This is a quick demo video for you for your shadow foil props in Corbanth Dark Obsession. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Welcome to the new Saber demo format. So this is your Dark Obsession from Shadow Foil Props. Corbanth Sabers, SP Sabers was involved, and so was Dark Star Props. I wanted to make sure I got everybody in there. So there were a lot of people involved in the making of this saber. When I had originally sent you some pictures of this, I jumped the gun a little bit. You and I had talked about some weathering, and wasn't sure if that's what you wanted or not, but when I sent the completed pictures, you're like, man, that's awful shiny. Yeah, dude. So I went back. You had specifically asked for this to be weathered the same way that I had done somebody else's video. Now on that video, I did not weather that saber. Corbanth did. So I went back and I reviewed it, and what I noticed was they took the white handle off, and then they lightly weathered the rest. So that's what I did here. The handle is showing a lot brighter on camera due to my lighting than it actually is in real life. This is more of like a cream color, not that bright white that you see on my video. So I apologize for that. But it is a 2-button setup, so you've got 2 plunger switches here. You were missing one of the springs for one of your plungers. No big deal. I have an assortment of different size springs that I use for crystal chambers and whatnot. So I cut one down and I put it into here, and you're all good to go. All right, I've got your blade plug over here in your box. It's right here, but it does fit in here flush, as you can see, and then it slides out. But I'll put that in your saber before I send it out. It is a 1-inch blade. You and I were talking about that. You've got that stock pixel connector in there that will light up here in a second. And then you can see your LEDs in your chassis from here if I hold it in the light just right. So you've got that strip right there, and then 180 degrees from there you've got this one, and I will show you how to clock that correctly. All right, but to get to your chassis, what you want to do is unscrew your pommel. All right, let me show you something that could happen on this saber from time to time, like it just happened here. While I was unscrewing the pommel, this came loose. All right, and if it comes loose, you might lose where it lines up with the window. So what you want to do is just loosen this guy right here, loosen that a bit, turn this until those slots are in line with the cutouts in the handle. You can see my hand behind there, right? When you get that lined up properly, come back over here and tighten this guy all the way up. That's kind of what clocks this handle. So if that ever happens to you, very easy fix by this guy right here. All right, so we'll put that off to the side. This is your chassis. You can pull it out of here. You'll notice right away there is a groove right there, because if you look in here, and there it is. You can see that pin. You can't see it from the outside because it's underneath this greebly, but if you look in there, you can see that pin right there. This chassis is meant to, you just kind of twist it till you find that pin and push it in just a little bit. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, push it in just a little bit. It's meant to be tough. It holds it in there. And so when you turn this into the saber, that's how we clock the windows and the LED strips. Okay, but for all intents and purposes, you can pull it out for now. You're running a 22 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Nano Elite speaker, so it's nice and recessed in there. You've got your golden harvest board here that you asked me for, so easy access to your SD card. Like that, I do have your Kyberphonic fonts on there, so unstable in the Moon Hati. Kill switch right behind the board. Not sure if it's needed with Golden Harvest, though this is the chassis I originally made for Profi, and I just went through and I adjusted the shelf for Golden Harvest, and because I have that slot in there, I wasn't going to leave it empty, so I did put a kill switch in there for you. Running the Smuggler's Outpost Switch Pixel PCB set. So this PCB lines up with a 14-pin PCB that's way down in there. Very hard to see. You can almost make it out there. It has 14 pins. It doesn't come out. All right, so you've got like a 25 LED strip right here. You've got another one over here. These are wired in line with the blade as we talked about, so they will match whatever the blade is doing. A removable battery setup here, so no wires showing on this guy. All right, spring side for the negative side of your battery. When you get extra batteries, this is a Keep Power 18650. So it's this guy right here. All right, 18650. If you ever get new ones, take the stickers off because you really need that room. All right, just take the sticker off. You're gonna notice in the battery, there's a strip. It may be a little hard to see on camera, but you can kind of see it in the reflection. There's a strip underneath the battery wrapping running from one side all the way to the other. It matters where you put that. All right, so if I come over here and I put this battery in my chassis, you'll notice how I have that strip running right along the edge of the chassis, not up here and not in the chassis, right along the edge. That matters because this is a tight fit. All right, but we'll kind of come over here before we turn it on. We're going to take our groove. We're going to find that pin right there, push this in just a hair, come over here and flip this on.
You will regret this decision.
Now you can take this guy, simply put it in. It's going to be a tight fit, but screw it down all the way. You can actually see your chassis moving in that window. All right, screw it down all the way till it's nice and tight. You'll notice how those LEDs aren't lined up. You're going to have to tighten down the pummel all the way. And when you do that, you'll be aligned. All right. So let's talk about your power switch. You'll notice on one side of your switches, you've got this greeley running from one switch to the other. You don't have that on the other side. So that's how you're going to delineate what's power. All right. So when you have this greeley type thing facing up, the switch on your right is power. And this, of course, is auxiliary. But you've got that nice shine through right here. You've also got it over here. And you're all lit up in there.
Shin, release her.
We'll hold it down and turn it off. And we'll put a blade in so that your kit comes with this Allen key and it will be in your kit. You have 3 different blade retentions, 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to use them all. I'm just going to pick one. Depending on how hard you want to swing this around, you might use all of them, but push that blade down. Come over here and lock the blade down with 1 or all 3, whichever you want to do, and then hit power again. It lights up the blade very nicely. Guess I'm gonna go flash on Clash. Hit it kind of rough. I'm gonna hold it down. And then to go to your sound font menu, just hold down auxiliary for like 2 seconds and then release.
Sound menu.
And then you can cycle through your fonts with this guy. There's your unstable guy right there.
Guardian! The classic villain.
Knighthood.
When you land on one you want to play, just hold down auxiliary. Now we've landed on that one. All right, and we'll turn it off. I do not do Golden Harvest a lot and sometimes struggle going through the menus. But what I can tell you for sure is that everything is wired up correctly. As you can see, it lights up the blade very nice. When we're done, we're gonna go ahead and turn this on before we take it out of the Saber so I can show you that the kill switch works. All right. Now we've got it on. Come over here and flip your switch. And it kills power like it should. All right, when you pop that out and you want to take your battery out, do it from the positive side by this PCB. Just pop it out with your finger. But that is basically your Dark Obsession with Golden Harvest. I did print the chassis in a red carbon fiber. This is a material that I just like to use, and I thought it fit the Saber well. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks, man.